So there's obviously been a lot of headlines over this last week about Donald Trump's recent appearance on Newsmax alongside host Greg Kelly. Trump, of course, was not there in person. He had to phone it in. But what's really interesting, and I think this is probably one of the bigger parts of the story here, is the fact that Greg Kelly, who is an avid Trump supporter, like absolutely loves the guy, he had to sit there in what appeared to be stunned silence due to the fact that Donald Trump went so incredibly, completely off the rails during this interview. So if you haven't already seen the clip, here it is.
And I said, wouldn't it really be bad, with like, as an example, Hillary, with the hammering of her cell phones and all of the things she did, but wouldn't it be terrible to throw the president's wife and the former Secretary of State, think of it, the former Secretary of State, but the president's wife into jail? Wouldn't that be a terrible thing? But they want to do it. So, it's a terrible, terrible path that they're leading us to. And it's very possible that it's going to happen to them.
Greg Kelly is clearly, I don't know if stunned is the right word, but definitely irritated, not happy with what's going on. And he looks like he is just ready to call this interview quits. Let's get this guy off the air. I mean, you can see it in his eyes in that clip, right? Like, he's not loving what's happening, and he understands that it's making this guy look pretty darn crazy. I mean, Trump's going off about prosecuting Hillary Clinton. At one point, which was not in the clip, he talked about Mar-a-Lago's worth $2 billion, even though the courts and the auditors decided, yeah, you're like $28 million, bud. There were other things he went off on, of course. He said that immigrants are poisoning our country. So just a real off-the-rails interview. And then, even after that clip I just showed, Greg Kelly actually did try to end the interview. He kept trying to interrupt Donald Trump to end it, and Trump wouldn't shut up. So Kelly was getting perturbed. Trump just kept talking. He's like, we got to go. We got to go, man. We got to go. Which, if you're talking to the former president of the United States, somebody that you're a huge fan of, guess what? You can move those brakes. Okay? You can do that. It may not be ideal, but even a hard break, you can actually get around that and, just kind of push it till later if you need to. But Kelly didn't even want to do that. He was like, get this guy off the air. This isn't good. He sounds insane. And that's because Donald Trump's mental state is obviously not very good following the conviction. And it's really funny because all through that criminal trial, it just got worse and worse and worse. And we could see it in real time. We saw it every day when he was speaking to reporters. We saw it in the posts on Truth Social. We saw it with his courtroom behavior. And then now that he is actually convicted, a felon, his mental state is so much worse, which is likely one of the reasons that Donald Trump, aside from a couple interviews here and there, has just remained kind of off the radar. I mean, I know he's in the headlines every single day, but he's not going out there making public appearances. So I think that tells us a lot. Remember, during the trial, he whined every day, like, I should be in New Hampshire, I should be in Pennsylvania, I should be in Ohio, I should be in Florida, but I'm here and I don't like it. Well, now you're free. And apparently your campaign just raised a lot of money, so why are you not out doing rallies? Why are you not out talking to people? Because he's afraid. But more importantly, I think his campaign is afraid that he's going to have another moment like he did right there on Newsmax, where he says the most crazy things imaginable. And they know they still got a sentencing hearing coming up, and it's probably not going to bode well for him if he shows that he's completely back crap crazy before the judge decides what his fate is going to be.